Welcome back to the Brighton Chamber Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Harris, and today I'm joined by Gavin, the president of the Greater Brighton Area Chamber of Commerce.
You got it.
Cool. Which, by the way, what does that mean exactly? What is Greater Area?
So the Greater Brighton Area Chamber of Commerce is made up of several divisions. So people don't know this. We've got the Brighton area, of course, and our building is right here. But we have three major divisions that are also under our umbrella. So we've got the PPHH, Pinckney, Putnam, Hamburg, Hell Chamber. Then we have the Lyon Area Chamber, and then the Whitmore Lake Chamber. So we have a huge geographical area that we're responsible for that are all part of our chamber. So all the events that run over there, all the partnerships, it's all part of the Greater Brighton Area Chamber of Commerce. So it's a great benefit to be a member. You can have a huge geographical area to advertise and market to and network to. So it is a big area, but because we're right here across the street, people think we're downtown Brighton, and that's just not the case. And a lot of the events I'll talk about today are spread over our area.
Yeah. Like you said, you're here to talk about events. So what are some that have happened already that you'd like to mention?
Yeah, summer's here, so we're rolling. We had our Art in the Park in Pinckney last weekend. Great success. Weather turned out fantastic. Our farmers market's going. It's in downtown Brighton, 8 to 1 every single Saturday. Great vendor booths, great food, great flowers, great plants, food. All that great stuff is downtown at the City Council building, 8 to 1 every Saturday. So that's one of our events that's already going. It's going to go all the way through October. So get out to the farmers market. It's a lot of fun. It's affordable. It's great food, great stuff.
Sweet. So what's coming up for, at least let's start out with June.
Okay.
Since we're in it.
We are rolling. So we also have two great learning series. People say, what does a chamber do for me? So if you're a business member and you get a membership, what do you do for me? Well, we do all these events. And a lot of our businesses love coming to these events and being part of them and advertising and sponsoring at them. But we also run learning events for our chamber members and our businesses. So we have partnered with two fantastic local partners. Cleary University in our town. Many people don't know Cleary University is a really high-functioning university that provides a lot of business education, and they're growing in other areas. And so I'm not the smartest guy in the room, so I go to Cleary and say, hey, how can we partner with you and you offer our members learning for their businesses? So next week we have a great learning series at Cleary, and actually Rob Johnson from Wayne Media is the teacher. He's the teacher of this learning series next Thursday. He'll be talking about return on investment, stuff like this, how you can budget your dollars well. But that Business Cleary learning series goes on every other month for 5 or 6 more months. And our second partner is Lake Trust. So Lake Trust Credit Union is a great financial partner for us, and they offer free business learning for financial reasons. And so every other month, we either have Cleary or Lake Trust teaching our members great business opportunities, things to learn about. Lake Trust is going to present on lending, capital, fraud protection, all the things your businesses need if you're a business chamber member. So these are great learning series for all kinds of businesses to come, and that's the stuff we provide, and it's all free. You're getting free learning from business professors at Cleary or financial experts at Lake Trust Credit Union. So look on our website, register for those. Those are great opportunities for any chamber member.
So what are some events coming up that people should be looking into?
So the one I'm stoked about is June 21st, our Brighton's Country Boots and Beats Festival. It's a country music festival. Some folks might think it's still at Mount Brighton. It is not at Mount Brighton anymore. So at the Chamber, we brought that festival back downtown. We want this music to be in our area, benefiting our restaurants, our bars, our storefronts. So we're bringing the Country Boots and Beats Festival to downtown Brighton, June 21st from noon to 11. The change this year is all the music is free. So you can bring your family down, kids down. It's friendly music for all ages. There's kids' games, there's bounce houses, there's vendor booths. All of our bars and restaurants from downtown Brighton will be out selling their food, selling their refreshments. So the whole festival is free. You can walk down Main Street. You can walk right up to legitimate country music artists and watch them play at the amphitheater. The Brighton tax dollars paid for the amphitheater, and I'm going to use that amphitheater. We don't have to have beer tents anymore. We don't have to charge admission. We can put the music there with our sponsors, and Lake Trust is our great sponsor. They're actually supporting the music for the community. So by getting these sponsorships and partnerships with our local partners, we can offer these great festivals free of charge for all the community members. So it's all free. Country Boots and Beats, June 21st, noon to 11. Come on out. Some great music all day long.
Sweet. No, that one sounds awesome.
It's going to be great.
What else you got?
So we also have coming up this all summer long our Food Truck Fridays in Pinckney. So I mentioned the Art in the Park last weekend was a great success, but the Pinckney Square is a really underrated spot in our region. And so they do Food Truck Fridays in Pinckney every month, June 20th, July 18th, and August 15th from 12 noon to 8 p.m. They bring a bunch of food trucks down there, a huge variety of food to downtown Pinckney. They put it all around the square in Pinckney, and then they run music all day. And then each night from 5 to 8, they run a headliner. So on June 20th, Itchy Coo Park will be playing from 5 to 8. July 18th, Local Heroes will be playing. And August 15th, Phoenix Theory. Some really good local musicians they're really recognized and widely liked. So Food Truck Fridays in Pinckney are another great opportunity all summer long.
Sweet. So what are some changes to some events that have happened?
So what we're trying to do is really partner with downtown. So I want to make sure I'm not just here for the chamber. I'm here for the city council. I'm here for the Believe in Brighton committee. I'm here for the Gilmore Girls event. All of these events are great for our community. When something's great for our community, it's good for the chamber. When the chamber runs something, it's great for the community. So we are partnering with these folks. The best place to go is the City of Brighton website and look at their events calendar. They have an extensive list of something that's going on almost every weekend in Brighton or the surrounding areas. If you want something to do, look there, you'll find it. July 4th parade with the firemen. I mean, the Taste of Brighton is coming, and that's a great event. That's coming in July. So all of these things are on the City Council website. Go there, download that list. We'll play it at the end of this podcast for you. Print that, and then you'll have everything to know about what's coming to Brighton. So I would mention the Taste of Brighton's coming July 11th and 12th. This is run by the Believe in Brighton committee, a great downtown group of businessmen and women. And they're going to have all kinds of music downtown. All the businesses are supporting this. All of the restaurants and bars will be on the street again. They have some really cool stuff. They're going to add fireworks this year, I saw. So there's some really cool stuff. Taste of Brighton, July 11th and 12th will be a lot of fun for the whole family.
So what else in July?
So all kinds of stuff. On July 19th, we're also partnering with Running Lab, and we're doing the Main Street Mile and Farmers Market. So we close down Main Street in the morning, and we bring our farmers market onto Main Street, and the Running Lab runs their running mile. So it's a running race, so you can come out and get fit, do your race down the street with the Running Lab, finish downtown. You'll have the farmers market. You'll have some food and some beverages on the street. That's July 19th, starting in the morning. So check in with the Running Lab or check in with the Believe in Brighton committee to register for that. Following that up on July 19th, the Chamber's also running an event. So many people don't know the Chamber building at the top of the hill is the big white building just outside of Brighton. They don't know what that is. Well, that's the Brighton Chamber offices. So we are doing a ton of events there. I want the community to know how valuable that building is and how much of a historical part of Brighton that building is. Today we're running a shredding event with Key Bank. Key Bank partnered, one of our great partners, and they partnered with us. They are bringing a shredder and a truck there today, so it's free shredding all day. That's going to be too late for this podcast, but we are trying to do a lot of new events at that chamber. The most important one we're doing this summer, we're calling out our Mellis Hospital event. So the chamber used to be a hospital. My office is actually in the operating room and delivery room. So my new partner, Karen Story, has grown up in this town. Her whole family has, and they know the historical significance of that building. So on July 19th from 10:30 to 1:30, we're going to have a Mellis Hospital event where we're going to recognize that building. Our long-term goal is to make it a historical landmark. So that building is super cool. Some people say it's haunted from all the people that were born and passed away there.
Yeah.
But that day, we're going to have Dave Llewellyn as our MC, and we're going to invite people back who were born there, had family members born there, to come out and see the Chamber building. We've cleaned it up. It's a great part of our downtown, and we want to continue highlighting it. And so come on July 19th, 10:30 to 1:30 for that event.
Is that all for July?
That's July. We have one more important event, though.
Okay.
All right. So as I mentioned, we have a huge geographical area. So we have another golf outing coming in July at the Cattails. Our Lion area chamber runs that one, but they're part of us. That's part of us. We have a great big area. So if you love golf, the Cattails course is super challenging. You'll lose about 10 or 12 golf balls if you golf like I do.
Me too.
Yeah. So get out there and you'll lose a bunch of balls. But July 23rd is our golfing at Cattails, and you can register for that at our website as well. And that benefits the Lion Area Chamber and the Greater Brighton Area Chamber of Commerce.
Sweet. So August.
All right, man. So this town, people don't understand how cool it is around here. We have something going all the time. In August, we have the Brighton Street Art Fair from August 22nd to 24th. They shut down the streets for 3 days again. They packed the street full of great, incredible art up and down the street. Restaurants, refreshments again, music. Another great festival. If you're an artist or you like looking at that stuff or shopping for it, That is the weekend for you in Brighton. The Brighton Street Art Festival, August 22nd through 24th. Then moving into September. Are we there yet?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to September. So that's the festival I am super stoked about as well. That's the Brighton's Rock and Blues Festival. Traditionally, we had a beer tent and we had the music behind a tent back in the city lot. And this year, as I mentioned earlier, we've decided to try and make that music accessible and free to everybody. So we're bringing all the music to the downtown amphitheater again. So it's all free. You can walk up and watch that music from front row. As everybody knows, that festival has all the smoke and food trucks up and down. It looks like downtown Brighton's on fire. So the smoke and food trucks are still going to be there, but I'm putting the music right on the pond so we can have it right in front center of our downtown Brighton area. Great list of musicians, a lot of local talent, a lot of great rock and roll and blues music. This year I've removed the jazz music. I didn't see the crowds there for that last year, so I'm making more rock and roll and more blues music that's going to just rock downtown Brighton for those 2 days, September 5th and 6th, Friday and Saturday.
And that's at the amphitheater?
The music's at the amphitheater, all free, so you can bring a lawn chair, sit around the mill pond, you can walk up and down the street, get a refreshment, get some great smoked food, buy something from our store owners and our storefronts. They're the ones helping us support these free music opportunities. So by you coming down and shopping at our stores, shopping at the vendor booths, getting your food downtown from our restaurants, from our food trucks, you're supporting the music. This music is going to stay free for this town as long as I can do it, as long as you help me afford it by shopping local.
Sweet. So still September?
Yep, we're still in September. It's amazing. Right. And this isn't my event, but Destination Stars Hollow is coming in September. And so people call that the Gilmore Girls event, but we're calling it a Gilmore celebration. When I say we, I mean the community. I don't have anything to do with that. There's a great woman, Kathleen London, downtown who runs that event with the support of local businesses. So September 19th through 21st is the Stars Hollow event. If you were around last year, you knew it was crazy with Gilmore Girls stuff. So it's going to be just as big this year. They run that event, but I just felt remiss if I didn't mention that event today. Again, all of this stuff is on the City Council website under events. If you want to do cool stuff, this town has it every weekend. So check that City Council website out. Check the Chamber website out. Come to these events, support local, and we can keep doing this great stuff for our great community.
Definitely. Well, I know, and I don't know if you can speak to this, but for the Gilmore Girls event, I know parking was kind of a difficulty last year. Or what kind of changes are coming to that event to make it easier for people?
Yeah, I know that committee has been working really hard with the city to find those support systems. They're looking at they're looking at busing people in, having set aside parking lots. So I know that's all, that's late, that's the end of September, but I know they're working extremely hard on making that more accessible for everybody. 40,000 people coming through on the weekend was big. So they're working on like parking lots that can transport people downtown. And so that's something that committee is working on really extensively. And they're working on new partnerships downtown as well.
And where can people get more information about that one?
The Destination Stars Hollow is on the city website, but I think if you go look for that direct website link, you'll find it there as well.
Okay, sweet.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I can keep talking all day, but I've just given you about 12 events that the Chamber supports and the city supports and things that you can do in Brighton and the surrounding areas. Go to that City Council website, download that calendar. We'll put it at the end of this podcast. Find that. Attend this stuff. Your local businesses are helping put all of this on. If you support these things, they'll continue every year. There's something for music, there's something for art, there's something for farmers, there's food, there's music, there's just great stuff in Brighton and our surrounding area all summer long.
No, that all sounds awesome. And honestly, as somebody who's not a local and is kind of new to town and is hearing about all these different events going on, like in my town, there's not nearly as much happening. So Brighton really has it good with events.
We really do. We're a little spoiled. I think we're used to it. But there's a lot of work behind the scenes. The Chamber, we spent the past 3-4 months doing all of these events. The Believe in Brighton committee works extremely hard behind the scenes. I know that the Stars Hollow team is working extremely hard for that weekend. So a lot of work. Come out and support them, purchase local, and then these things can continue.
Definitely. So is there anything else you'd like to mention?
I think that's enough for today, don't you?
Maybe.
All right. I appreciate it. Just come out to all these events, check out the calendars, and make sure you shop local and you attend local.
Definitely. So where exactly should people go? Like, I know you mentioned the website earlier, but is there a Facebook, an Instagram, anything else where people should look?
So BrightonCOC.org is our list of all of our events. And we have lots of learning events that are smaller than the ones I'm mentioning here. But again, if you go to the Brighton City Council website and look under events tab, everything by the date and by the times are there. And then you can find those local websites as well. The Believe in Brighton has a great website as well. Go there and you can look at their events. So everything is linked there at the Believe in Brighton website or the Brighton Chamber website. Go to those two spots and then check out the City of Brighton list of events that has everything for this area.
Well, awesome. Thanks, Gavin, for coming down today.
Appreciate you guys. You always got our backs across the street. So Wayne Media is a great supporter of the Chamber. They always have us on to talk about these events. So I appreciate Wayne Media and Rob Johnson as well.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching today. And we hope to see you at some of the events and catch you on the next one.